All right, Judd, we've got another question from one of your Twitter fans. Her name is Patty, and her handle is BigBro251. She wants to know, what about your biggest... Let's see, what about your biggest... fans? She wants to know how you have adapted to your biggest fans and getting to know them. What's been the process?
Okay, first off, shout out to Patty. Second of all, my biggest fans, wow. You know, I don't even like to call them fans. I like to call them supporters because, like, I look at them as, like, most of the people that I consistently talk to, like, fan-wise or supporter-wise, are really people that are just like me. You know, people that just love the game, love the show. They're just normal, everyday people from all walks of life that are just like me. You know what I mean? So it's easy to, like, interact with people that are just like yourself. You know, it's just like talking to your own friends, your own family. You know, it's so easy. Like my aunt had actually made my Twitter for me before I had, you know, got out of the house, and so like I just kind of took it over like a week after I got out of the house. I wanted to take a week before I got on social media, and you know, I was just like shocked at all the support I had. I was like, oh my God, I never expected this, and like all of these were like, you know, and some people, even if they're not a supporter of mine, you know, they'll still tell me their opinion. Like, if they're pissed off, they'll tell me that they're pissed about something I did. Like, it's like pro wrestling fans. Like, people get really intense about this.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
I understand, you know what I mean? Like, I understand completely. But there is a line that has to be drawn. Like, whenever it gets to, like, completely bashing people, like, you know, I've had people say negative things to me, and, like, instead of, like, being negative back, I'll be like, well, you know, look at it this way. And then a lot of times we'll get to a good compromise, and, like, they might not be a supporter of mine, but at least they kind of respect me a little bit after that. And, you know, it's, like, the same with, like, my supporters and stuff. Like, my main ones, they know not to side with hateful people. Like, sometimes I have, like, fake accounts that people just sit around all day, like, making up fake accounts just to say terrible things to me and other people. And, you know, I mean, that sucks that somebody has to be like that. But, I mean, my biggest fans and supporters know not to, like, argue with them because that only makes stuff worse. Like, nobody will see a fake account because they have 0 followers because they just made that account up to say hateful things to.
Hey, and to be totally honest, we saw a little bit of that today when you know, you and I talked a couple of days ago and we talked about how to promote this, and I said let's just wait till Monday. You know, because that's how I've always done it with survivors and Big Brother people. We'll promote the heck out of it Monday. And then all of a sudden we had, you know, a couple of people today. They wanted to throw out their, you know, their bull crap and their hatred. And that's fine. That's okay. But you always have the option to block them and get rid of them, you know.
Report them and spam. Like, if enough people do that, they'll get booted. And I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like, that's all you gotta do. Like, and all my main supporters that talk to me and stuff, like, they just talk to me about normal things. Like, they don't, like, I don't know, like, they're just normal, everyday people just like me. You know, they're not
right.
Like, weird, crazy people. It's
Right,
like
and
normal,
and
everyday
and that,
people like me, and
yeah.
like I love that. That's what I couldn't ask for better supporters. Like if I would have been in the house and imagined who had supported me, I never would have thought they would have been that great. So I'm just like amazed.
Oh well,
That, like,
you had to have came out of this. Oh my God, 5, 6, 700, 8,000% better than you thought going in, because you could have come out of this with the haters, and like Aaron did, or Amanda and McRae, but you came out of this really, really good. I mean, you were the most popular player of the season, and a lot of that goes to you, because you didn't give the network anything they could have used against you. You were just Judd, and
yeah,
and fans like that.
yeah. I mean, I didn't want to let the people that cast me down and act like a whole other person once I got in the game. I wasn't gonna let my friends and family down either. Like, I wanted to go in there being myself 100%. If I needed to twist some things around, for the game, I would have. But luckily, I was fortunate enough where I just got to be myself the whole time. I didn't have to. I mean, I'm going to admit, there's some times I had to hold my tongue and just keep my damn mouth shut.
Right.
Like whenever Amanda was in that rant about Alyssa, it was all I could do. Because I was about to take a nap, not just for Alyssa's sake, but just, we were all getting annoyed with that. I don't know if they showed that on the show, but like me and Andy, Spencer, Gina Marie, we were all sick of hearing her. And I told McRae, I was like, if that was a guy talking like that right now, I would have done cussed him out. And I think he could tell that we were all starting to get irritated, but I was just like, I have to keep my dang mouth shut, or I'm going to say some stuff. I mean, I said some stuff I'm not proud of, too, but I mean, I'd like to meet the person that could go in there 90 days without pissing somebody off. I mean, because after you're there for that long, you start feeling like family with people almost, like, even though, the game's still going on, and, who don't get irritated with their family and friends, Like,
Right.
being stuck or like on a road trip or something for 10 hours, you're like, damn, I want out of this car. I didn't want out of the house, but I wanted to get rid of a few people. They're getting on my damn nerves, but I just kept my mouth shut. And luckily, that it worked out best for me. And, all my friends and stuff were proud of me, and my family. They said that, I was the same on the show as I am at home.
Right.
And,
and you did come off like that. I mean, as far as experienced reality TV viewers, people that watch Big Brother, people that watch Survivor and the Amazing Race, I interact with these people all the time, and you came off as a guy that went on the show as who you were, and when you left and it was done with, you were still the same guy.
absolutely. I mean, that game wasn't going to change me, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to, I never cried one time in the house. Not one time did I shed a tear. I tried to whenever I was trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat during that POV ceremony that McRae was throwing, but unfortunately I couldn't. I was like, oh, I tried to cry, because I had told people all nice things about him, and then I got them cray, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I gotta try to cry, and I couldn't. It was so hard. How do people cry? I don't know how they cry.
Yeah. Well, you know, you are who you are, and when you go in the house and you go do this experience all summer long, you know, 90, 120 days, you know, however long you're in there, it's you know, it changes you. I mean, it can change you, because when you go in there, you're this person and you have these ideas about how to try to get to the end and win that $500,000. And then all of a sudden, all of this stuff gets thrown at you during challenges and twists, and players saying this and that, and it's really it's really a big thing that you can come out of all of that and be the person that you were when you went into it, and you did that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was one thing that I kind of promised myself before I went into the house. You know, actually before I found out that I made the show, I was like, alright, if you make this, you gotta, you know, and like, come on now, like I also thought realistically, you know, I knew I was coming back to, you know, regular everyday life. Afterwards, I knew I wasn't going to be like the next Shia LaBeouf or something, you know, like I knew I wasn't going to be a movie star out of the whole deal. Like, it's Big Brother, you know, I've watched it for years. I've never seen any huge stars come from it, you know. It's a game. Like, I wanted to play even if it wasn't televised. You know, I just wanted to play Big Brother, you know. I wasn't looking to be, like, some big TV personality or whatnot, you know. I just wanted to play the game Big Brother because I'm in love with the game. And, you know, I was lucky enough to have that shot, and I'm glad that I didn't, like, change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
do you look back on it now? Do you see any player that when you walked into the house and you looked at them and you had your first impression of them, do you see anybody that you think really turned out a whole lot different than you thought they were?
oh, God, yeah, lots of them.
Oh, really?
You know, you like it, like, you mean like the first day of meeting them?
Yeah, you know, your first impressions, you look at Erin and you think, oh my God, she's such a sweet Southern girl, and you look at Amanda and you think, oh my God, she looks like she's so smart, you know. Which player, before the season was over with, did you look back and think, wow, they were nothing like I thought they were?
First and foremost would be Erin. I thought that she was going to straight up be America's sweetheart. Thought she would be like a, you know, just young, innocent, like kind of like a Jordan from season 11, you know. Like, you know, that kind of girl, you know, that's how I thought she would be. And then, after about a week, I was like, damn, she ain't nothing like I thought she was going to be. And then, same thing with Spencer. I thought, alright, this dude's going to be all country, and we're going to talk about country music and back home, and like, going frog gigging, all this kind of stuff. Hell no. Like, he was like the country southern person I've ever met in my life. Like, I just went based on his looks, I thought he's gonna be like straight up country as hell, and then he wasn't at all. And Andy, I absolutely despised Andy and Nick. They were my first people I hated, like, the first couple of days. I was like, I hate them too. I don't like them, but I was nice to them, of course. So I couldn't have been any more wrong. Andy was hilarious. I didn't think he would be as funny as he was. He was hilarious. I thought he was going to be annoying at first. I thought, I don't want to be having all with him. He's the most annoying person in the house. Screw him. And then after a while, I was like, this guy was hilarious. Same thing with Nick. Like, couldn't stand the guy the first couple of days. I thought, this guy thinks he hung the dang moon. And he didn't. Like, I'll let him know real quick, he did. And then, well, I mean, with his gameplay, he kind of did think that he did. But, he's turned out to be a really good friend of mine. Like, I really have a lot of respect for him. Jeremy, when I seen him, I was like, oh, shit. But then I ended up really liking him. Like, I was terrible with the snap judgments. I was very right about McRae. Like, we started being, like, really good friends the first day. Even to the end, even though I was after his ass, I wanted him out of the game terribly.
Right.
He was, like, my best friend in the house, you know what I mean?
Right.
I could go on and on. I had it wrong on almost everybody with snap judgments, like, I was like, God, this person will be this way, this person will be this way. I was wrong on most of them, actually.
Yeah, it changes a lot once you get in there and you adapt to each other. That's the whole thing, Yeah. You don't know how this person from this area is going to adapt to that person from that area. So, it can change really quick.
Yeah, and like Amanda, I thought, she's hilarious. Like, me and Alyssa talked about it. We're like, she's so funny. And then all of a sudden, she was like, mean. And I was like, wow. I was wrong. But I was right about some people, though. I mean, I actually thought Alyssa was going to be a lot more, I don't know how to say it, more stuck up or something. But whenever me and her would talk to each other one-on-one, she was one of my favorite people. She reminded me of somebody from home. You know what I mean?
I think this is the part in the show tonight that I have to eat some crow, because all through the summer, all through the summer with the MVP twist and how it played out and the edit that she got, I was very, very hard on Alyssa. And the more it starts to resonate with you, she seems like a pretty sweet girl.
Oh yeah, she's got one of the kindest hearts. Like, there might have been some really mean, vicious people in there, but there were some really, really nice people too. I mean, Alyssa, me and her, a lot of times we would get up in the morning, and even my mom told me, because she watched the feeds, my mom was like, I could tell whenever I was watching the feeds that you just got really comfortable around Alyssa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all of the game and stuff, like, you just felt comfortable around her, and I did. Like, Alyssa, I felt really comfortable around. I didn't feel like I had to hold my guard up too much around her. I mean, she pissed me off a lot, but whose friend don't piss them off a lot?
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And it's hard to female friends that you don't get mad at, like.
But it's kind of hard in the house like that. If you, in her case, everybody knew who she was, so she had that target on her. But then if she tried to just be her own person and try to just be a nice person, it was that much harder because of who she was. So, and I think that came across on with the viewers too, because of course she had those thousands and thousands of people that supported her because of who she was, but then she had those other thousands that went against her because of who she was, and nobody was giving her a fair chance of just watching and figuring out who she really was.
Yeah, I mean, our one-on-ones were great, you know what I mean? I feel like I really got to know her and stuff, you know. She was a really good person. She's really down to earth. Like, I've only met Rachel once, and Rachel was really nice too, but they seem like such different people, you know, like totally different personalities and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Rachel's more out there, like in your face.
Right. She's more of a take charge, dominant person, and Alyssa's more of a lay back and just try to be nice, you know?
Alyssa was really funny, though. Like, whenever me and her would just talk by ourselves, and she would say stuff like, she was like, let's tell Amanda that we threw the Zing Block challenge. And I was like, Amanda's going to be so mad when you tell her that. You know, like, stuff like that was hilarious. Another couple of people I'm going to tell you about real quick.
All right.
That you probably didn't even get on the feeds, but just outside of the house, Caitlin.
I loved Caitlin. I loved Caitlin.
Yeah, one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Like,
yeah.
She's got one of the biggest parts. She probably had the biggest part in that whole entire house.
Yeah, I hated to see her leave.
Yeah, she might have hung out with the wrong people, but who cares? Like, the guilty by association crap don't work with me. She's like one of the nicest people. I couldn't stay mad at her more than 10 minutes. And also Jeremy, actually. I know people are going to give me shit about this. Jeremy is like a really good friend of mine outside of the house. Like, I actually liked him inside of the house. Me and him never had any problems. The whole time the whole wine thing was going on, he knew I didn't drink wine. And he knew I didn't drink the wine, and he said, yeah, let's save some beers for Judd or whatever. And then I went to the DR or whatever, and all hell had broke loose when I came out, or it was about to. I knew about the wine. I'd walked into the rainbow room where they had been drinking it. I got the hell out of there, so I didn't want to know about it. But you know, he seemed like such a jerk on TV, but like one of the nicest guys ever. Like, I don't know, maybe he learned something from the show. Maybe that's how he just really is. But he's one of my favorites. Him, Caitlin, Alyssa. Even Candace, I didn't really get to know her that much in the house. But in jury, you know, we really started, like, becoming pretty good friends. Like, we got to know each other more in jury house. We didn't have time to think of it before.
Did you see Candace on Young and Restless?
Yes, I did. I seen it today.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Candace is gorgeous.
I've been telling people on Twitter, and I'm going to say it again. If she's not married in 5 years, I'm throwing a ring to her.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
I'm going to force her to marry me if she's not married in 5 years, because I'm not ready to settle down now, but in 5 years I will be.
Yeah, I tweeted her back today after the Young and Restless thing and told her a star is born, because she just has the look of a star.
She does. I mean, you should see her in person, dude, if you think she looks so good on TV.
Yeah.
She is a freaking knockout. Like,
yeah, she is.
That's one thing about our season. We did not have one unattractive girl.
Oh, you had Caitlin. Caitlin was a knockout. I mean, I don't know how in the world you guys could have got rid of her so quickly, because if I was in the house, I would have been trying to keep her in there. And of course, everyone knows Gina Marie has done tons of modeling stuff. She's gorgeous. Alyssa was gorgeous. I mean, you really had an attractive cast.
Helen was our oldest person, and she was
and Helen is gorgeous.
You would have never thought that she had 2 kids. When I seen her, I thought that she was like 24, 25.
I know.
I thought she was a little younger than me, and then
Oh.
when I found out she was 37, I was like, what?
Yeah, that's right.
But, you know, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, dang, we're loaded with hot girls in here. And that's
Yeah.
the thing I said. No showman. You know, I didn't know what
Yeah, and so you got Aaron mixed in with all that, and therefore she doesn't stand out that much because you got all these other. I mean, look at Jesse.
Yeah, she. Yeah.
I mean, Jesse could have been the hottest one in the whole house.
No, Caitlin was for sure.
Oh, you think Caitlin? Well, Caitlin, yeah.
Without a doubt, Caitlin is definitely, if not the hottest, she's definitely in the top 3 hottest in Big Brother history.
Yeah.
If you've seen her in person, you know what I was talking about. She's
Well, I still think, you know, I'm probably prejudiced, but I think in Big Brother history, even though she left so quickly, Cara Monaco would be at the top of my list.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely my number 1. For sure.
But I do agree with you. Caitlin belonged up there, and I was very disappointed she left as soon as she did.
Well, you got me to blame on that one, son. We're tied, so I'm actually going to see Caitlin soon. Like, not just me, like me.
Well, so what were you thinking? You're sitting there getting out somebody. I mean, you know. I guess you thought, well, she's so hot, she's going to really threaten me.
No, it had nothing to do with her looks. It had to do with her personality. Like, she's really the total package. And I think, like, Cara, she's a really nice girl, too. Like, she's the total package. Like, the thing about Caitlin is, like, she was athletic. You know, she had a very athletic body. Mm-hmm. She was good at, like, she had tied on the HOH that I won, and I think also the one that Helen won, or where it came down to chalkboard, she had tied twice in a chalkboard HOH challenge, you know what I mean? Then she won a POV. She was a really good competitor, and then not only that, everyone liked her. Like, I was like, alright, the only time I really got mad at Caitlin, I was over it in 10 minutes. She apologized to me. I apologized to her. It was never a big deal. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, if she has that kind of power to make me not mad at her after she says, fuck off, Judd, or whatever it is she said. I don't even remember anymore. Like, I don't know. I was like, she could work anybody. We had that Grasshoppers Alliance that it never really happened, but we started it. She could have worked with Helen and Alyssa and Candace, you know, like, could have made a huge girls line. You know, she could have worked with Amanda, McCrae, and Andy. You know, she could have worked with anybody.
Right.
Like, she could have fit in with anybody. There's not one person she could not have fit in with.
But see, that was the thing about Caitlin. She not only came off to the guys as being a very, very attractive female that could go deep. After you were around her a few days, you figured out this girl is pretty smart, and she's also a threat in challenges, so it really worked against her.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I had to get rid of her, you know, because I was like, if she stays around another week or two, she probably would have definitely made Final Four, 100%. If she would have not went home when she went home, she would have made Final Four, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And it's just like, she was really good at competitions, and she was good at the social game. You know, Caitlin wasn't, a fan like players like me and McCray. She wasn't a fan of the show before. She didn't know what Big Brother was before. And I think that that's kind of an advantage in a way. It hurts you, but it also helps you. Because, I mean, I'm not sure about Keisha. She might have been a fan. She might not have been. I'm really not sure. I didn't watch the feed that long ago. But you look at a player like Keisha, who doesn't really seem like a huge fan, and she plays so reckless because she was, like, trying to seek vengeance on freaking Steven that had left second. And I was like, why are you doing it? Because I just rewatched 10 is my favorite season, and I just rewatched it, like, again before I knew that I was going into the Big Brother house. And I was just like, why are you helping somebody that you barely know? Like, he's out of the game. He's a nobody anymore, you know? Like, get over him. But, like, that's how I was thinking Caitlyn could play, because she didn't really know if she was being reckless or she was being a good player. You know what I mean? Whenever you're a fan, you overanalyze some things.
Right. Well, that's all you have to do, you know. Okay, we've got another question from someone in Big Brother Whispers who happens to also be one of my moderators. It's from Steve Kent. He wants to know about that challenge. He phrases it as the challenge. He wants to know, was there at any point during the challenge to get back in the game that you thought you was about to fall off?
Oh, God, yeah. 100 million times. That's why, like, during we were on the wall, you know, and you don't realize how hard it is to even stay on the dang wall, much less, like, have water getting in your eyes where you can't see, and then that ball launching at you, and you can't hardly see the ball sometimes, and it might just nail you in the dang face, or, you know, like, I finally got, like, I realized Spencer fell off because he was a bigger guy. I don't really know how McCray fell off. I thought it was because he tried to catch a ball. Some of the balls would come short, and you would reach for them, and you would lose balance. Jessie, I think she fell off because of her booty. Her best feature probably.
That girl, caused her. Well, you're gonna have to. We're gonna have to stop right now and put in like a little commercial notice or whatever. But that girl is a babe.
Yeah.
Oh, she is a babe, and fans just flock to her. But all right, so her boobs took her out of that one.
No, not her boobs, her butt. Her boobs.
Oh, her butt. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what took her out. Plus, she was catching a lot of balls.
What a shame.
I don't know, because whenever it would get shorter, like the pedestal that your feet were on, like it was so hard to stay up there. And like there was one time that I grabbed a hold of one of those wooden things. Or I didn't grab a hold of it, but I touched it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you put the ball in. But I freaked out because I was like, oh, we're allowed to do that. I didn't know. Until I fell off, and I seen people, like, literally, like, holding on to the whole entire thing and swooping themselves back up on it. I was like, I could have stayed in there, which I'm kind of glad I didn't win at HOH because I wouldn't have known who to trust. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have known that I could have trusted Alyssa or Andy, Jimmy, Spencer, you know what I mean? Like, I had no idea. So I'm glad I didn't win it. But, you know, it was really hard to stay on there. I just finally got to the point after I think I had 4 balls, and I realized that Jessie had fell off. I thought Helen would be my biggest competition in that, honestly, because she's smaller, she runs all the time. But Helen was known to be kind of clumsy. You know what I mean? Like, she was a little clumsy sometimes, and so I was like, if I can just stay on here longer, maybe Helen will try to overachieve, because, I mean, Helen gives it 110% anything she does. And I'm like, maybe she's going to try to overachieve and reach out and catch one of these balls, and she's going to fall off. If I can just stay on this thing and only catch the balls that come directly to me and just catch them with my body instead of reaching for them.
Right.
That was my strategy. And luckily, I mean, it worked for me. You know, I got back in the house. Like,
right.
But yeah, several times, like, it was hard to hold on there. Like, I could feel, like, my legs burning, you know, because of, like, the position we would be in.
Right.
And then I would have my eyeballs. And, of course, I was freezing because, you know, it's 6, 7 o'clock. I don't know what time it was, but it's California, and it's not that hot there during the day. So I was just, like, kind of cold and stuff, and I don't know. That was pretty hard competition right there. It was fun. after I was like, knowing that I would get back in the game, like, I had like a strategy. I was like, if Amanda wins this, I know I'm going right back out, so I'll just raise hell for a week or something, or, you know, just play a lot of pranks, you know, and like have a blast, and give Jesse and Candace and Helen something to laugh about. But I mean, that was a pretty good day for me. Like, I was more nervous before we like went out to compete for that than I was before we moved in to the Big Brother house. Like,
wow.
I was way more. Yeah, because I mean, I felt like my life was on the line. Like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was there to play Big Brother. I wasn't there to make friends. I mean, that's a good bonus. You know, it's a good bonus to make new friends and family. But you know, I was there to win the game. Like, yeah. I wanted the money, but I wanted that title even more. You know, Big Brother winner. When
you ended up, you know, getting your key and you knew you were going to be on the show, most all the fans know there's a little bit of a sequester thing where you're in a hotel and this and that. But when you actually come out and you're standing there with everyone that's going to be in the house with you, when you looked around, what one person did you think, I want to play with them?
Okay, that's a really easy one. There's two people that stood out, but the first one, we were standing there looking around at each other. You know, Julia told us we couldn't talk to each other. You know,
right.
We couldn't look at each other. So I look and I see Nick, and I was like, this dude looks sneaky. And I was like, I want to work with him so bad, because I was thinking, if I think he just looks sneaky, if we work together, like, I don't know, like, especially, I was just thinking that he would always have a bigger target than me. You know what I mean? I was thinking, if I work with Nick, he was really shady, and, like, I think he could do some really good scheming, but people are always going to come after him before they come for me. But unfortunately, then I met him, and I didn't like him.
So that didn't work out. Did you think about going in? Did you think about what a lot of players think about? Did you think about trying to latch on to maybe a female that you could have like a showmance with?
I did not want a showmance. Like, I did not. Like, I just didn't think with my personality that I could balance the two and stay sane. You know, because starting a relationship is kind of stressful. But Big Brother's really stressful, so I was like, you know, I don't want to have to balance the showman and worry about myself and another person. I just want to worry about myself, play my own game, you know. But then you get in there and you get really bored, and you know, you're not.
and I mean, you got to look at the other side of it. There were some hot girls in there.
Yeah, there wasn't an ugly one.
Right.
Got the hookup this year, and I said I didn't want to showman. Maybe I need to take that back. No, I still held on to that. Like, I did not want to showman, because you get bored in there, you know, and every day feels like a week, you know, because they're long, long days. And so, I mean, you get bored in there, and, I mean, it's hard not to, like, you know, you want that female attention, you know,
right.
And I guess the girls feel the same way, you know.
Oh, of course.
You know, but, you know, like, coming in there, I wanted, like, an athletic guy, somebody like Jeremy or something on my side. I wanted the older person on my side. I wasn't thinking like somebody in their 30s. I didn't think that would be our oldest person. I thought we would have somebody like in their 40s or 50s that I could work with. They usually don't have, besides Jerry, you know, they usually don't have anybody extremely elderly. But I was like, I want somebody like that, and then maybe like a hot girl. You know, just kind of like a mixed. I wanted like a new kind of alliance that's kind of a mixture of people. You know what I mean? Like, such a kind of like the Exterminators, but more of a variety of people, you know. But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You don't. Whatever you plan on having in the house, you will not get in the house.
Right. So, I got another question from a fan. It's from a guy in Big Brother Whispers and Survivor Whispers, Tom Bouchard. He wants to know if you're still wearing that same shirt you wore all the time.
With the bear shirt?
Yep.
Well, right now I have a blue t-shirt on, so no. I'm just kidding. I'm not a smart ass. I kind of am. I still have it. I mean, I wear it to events. You know, like if I go to a meet and greet or something, I bring it because people want to see it and stuff, you know. But I mean, I don't wear it every day, and so it was kind of just like a lucky shirt. Like, I didn't buy that before Big Brother. Like, I really It was literally. It was, when was it? Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. I went to do some last minute Christmas shopping last year, and I seen it from a mile away. They had different kinds of shirts like that. It was whatever kind of material you call it. I call it basketball short material. I don't know how else to explain it. It felt like that. I was like, oh, this shirt's like really comfortable, and I like to run, so I was like, I'll run in the shirt, whatever, My friends were like, no, I don't buy that shirt. It's the stupidest shirt ever. Like, why would you buy that shirt? It's ridiculous. And I was like, screw y'all. I'm like, I like it. And so I got it, and I ended up bringing it with me to Big Brother, because I wore it a lot. I was like, this shirt is so comfortable, and then like all of a sudden, like everybody loved it, and like everybody would wear it around the house and stuff, and like. I don't know, it's just a big coincidence that it became so popular. I had no idea that shirt would be popular. I thought
it's big now. I mean, you have generated a lot of interest in that shirt.
Yeah, I just thought the people would kind of think it was funny and be like, oh, what a stupid shirt, and, I would wear it for competitions or whatever, and, it was kind of like my good luck charm, I felt comfortable in it, like...
Right.
Anybody that meets me and feels it, they're like, oh my God, that's the most comfortable shirt ever. I'm like, yep, that's why I wore it. See why now? They're like, I don't know, it's just a funny thing, but no, it's just such a coincidence that it became so popular. I was shocked whenever Julie talked to us, and she was like, talked about my Bears shirt. I was like, what? I thought she was going to ask me about, like, solitary confinement or something like that.
And it was a shirt.
Like, y'all notice the Bears shirt?
All right, I got another question here from another mod from Whispers. His name's William Rakowski. He wants to know what skills or talents in your regular life worked for you in the Big Brother house.
I would say my biggest skills or talents, I don't know if you would say that they're talents, but I have a sense of humor, kind of just like a dry sense of humor. Just I say really weird things, and people are just like, they don't know how to take it. But then after they get to know me, they know how to take it. And like, I don't know, I just have a dry sense of humor. I think that kind of helps me a little bit. I have good people skills. I've worked with customer service companies for like the past, like literally since I've been out of high school.
Right.
And I've worked as a field appraiser. My boss was a.
Right. Where our common friend Ben Bright works.
What?
Where a common friend that we have named Ben Bright.
Oh, yeah, Ben Bright.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to Ben now.
Shout out to Ben Bright 91 on Twitter.
Right.
We were together, so I mean, like, he knows, like, we would always have to talk to customers face to face, like. Because I worked in the office and I also went out on the field, So, like, I've done both. And, I like that kind of stuff. I like people. Like, I'm a people person. I mean,
right.
Even if I don't like somebody, I can treat them right. I can treat them good and make friends. I think that really helps me more than anything. That's why I went in the game saying I was going to play a social game. I never said I was going to be a huge competitor. Not that I would be, and I tried it a little harder. I wasn't going to be some freaking animal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was just kind of average, I guess. But whenever it came to, like, social play, I think I did really good. I think that's, like...
Oh, you did?
Where my game came about, like, just the social aspect of it. Kind of playing stupid if I need to play stupid. I wanted people to think that I was just there to party and have fun at first. And then the more we had so much downtime that I would talk about previous Big Brother seasons and, talk about just different stuff. And I felt like they realized that I think they realized I wasn't as dumb as I was pretending,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Big Brother's okay, I like it, it's cool to be here, yeah, awesome. But really, I'm like, freaking huge-ass fan. So I don't know, like, that was just my game. I think that's what helps me, just my skills of, like, customer service, like, just jobs I've had, honestly, just, like...
Dealing with people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's all Big Brother is. It's just, like... You're working with people. You're working against them and you're working with them.
All right. I got another question here from Lisa again. Lisa Shanana, she's one of my moderators, and it's from Big Brother Whispers. And this is a pretty good one. I think this is going to take you away from all of this Big Brother stuff. Her question is, do you think Coach Jones can get the Vols to a bowl game?
Hell yeah!
I knew you would say that. I knew you was going to say
Whenever I got out
that.
of the house and stuff, I was so far behind on like sports in general. Like, I'm still confused about NBA. I'm like, whoa, so-and-so's there now, so-and-so's here. Like, when did he here? Like, why is he a coach now? You know, like everything's so different. Like, and I feel like an alien sometimes. I'm just like, ask these questions like, how do you not know that? Everybody knows that. Blah, blah. And I'm just like, I didn't know. You know, like movies. You know, it's the same with movies and stuff. Like, what I read, I don't know what the hell's been on. Like, what's new over the summer? Like, I go to Redbox, I'm like, are these, like, D-list movies that are, like, straight to DVD, or have they been promoted? Like, I've never heard of any of them. You know, it's just like, but yeah, Jones is going to bring them.
Yeah, it was, I guess, since, what was it? What's the guy's name that left there? It was after Fulmer. Who was the other guy that left it in such a mess?
Kiffin?
Yeah, I mean, they've been through 2 or 3 since then. I mean, you and I are both SEC fans, and you know, I pull for the Razorbacks, you pull for the Vols. Coach Wade from Survivor, I don't know if you know this, he graduated from there. He's a Tennessee Vol fan, so he and I fuss about this all year. Lisa's a Tennessee Vol fan. I mean, it seems like everybody that we come in contact with is involved in the SEC. You know, Russell's with LSU, Shannon's with LSU. I mean, Dalton Beasley is with Alabama. It's a good rivalry, but it's like, you know,
I guess after somebody mentioned it to me, I kind of remembered, but I didn't know that. I knew that Tina was from there, and I feel really bad.
Tina's from Knoxville, yeah.
Shout out to Kent from season 2. I said I was the only person from Big Brother from East Tennessee. I forgot that he was. I mean, I was like 13. I didn't remember where those people were from. But yeah, he was from like Powell, Tennessee, which is not that far from me. So shout out to Kent. Yeah.
I mean, I think with the reality fans, you know how these shows go with Big Brother and Survivor and Amazing Race. They like to cast Southern people. I mean, they give them good stuff. They give them, you know, stuff they can work with. And, you know, with looking at it, you know, we have a lot of fans down in the SEC. So, with UT, and Coach Wade, you know, from Survivor with UT, and Lisa with UT, that's pretty strong. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do, and I hope the Razorbacks beat them, but if they don't, I'll pull for you too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's their time. You know what I mean? I think it's been long enough. I think that they're going to pull through. You're going to be surprised.
All right. So, what are you looking at now, Judd? I mean, you're back at work. You're doing your thing, and you know you're trying to balance being a Big Brother house guest on Twitter, and you know I don't even think you got a Facebook, do you?
No. Well, okay. I have a Facebook page for it's Judd Nation. There's a fake person that has Judd Andrew Daugherty. Do not follow that person. If you like that page, it's a fake person. They're really mean to people. They're just trying to make me look bad.
Right.
Support the page. But besides that, I have fan pages, and then I have an account that someone made me. I don't accept any friend requests because I'm not very active on it. And I'm not really familiar with Facebook because I've not used it in a couple of years. But I get on my own fan site, which is Judd Nation, once in a while. And then I also get on Get Real LOL on there. And I need to check out what you were talking about, the Survivor Whispers. I need to check that one out.
Yeah, we have, I've got Survivor Whispers. I've got Big Brother Whispers. I've even got Sports Whispers where everybody just goes and talks about sports. And we have a lot of live chats with Survivor people in Survivor Whispers, and we have them with Big Brother. In fact, I think I'll let this slip out, but Helen is going to be doing a live chat pretty soon in Big Brother Whispers. And the big difference is between doing the podcast like I'm doing right now with you. When they do the live chats in the groups, the fans get to talk. The fans get to ask the questions, and I'm out of the way, which I'm fine with that. I'm glad to just step out of the way and let the fans ask the questions. And that's what Helen's going to do in the next couple of weeks. So, JoJo's done it, Cassie Hillis, Ian. We've had some great chats in Big Brother Whispers like that.
Maybe I'll do one sometime. Like, Helen is amazing with her fans too, and Gina Marie. Like, we got some good people. We might have had some negative press, but we got some good people that came from our show as well.
Yeah, I think you guys ran into one of the biggest negatory response that you could run into in one summer. But after it was all over and everybody got out of the house and they started talking to people, fans started seeing, these guys ain't too bad,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people are really understanding. I mean, I don't know, like, I've been on Facebook a little bit. I just know on Twitter, like, some of those people get, like, mad, like, if you're friends with somebody.
Yeah.
Not just, because if you're friends with somebody they don't like, they're, like, absurdly mad. And then there's other people that understand. They're like, oh, I didn't really like that person, but I'm going to be respectful and not talk bad. Like, like, sometimes, like, I'll just tweet, like, I'm just going to use a random person, for example. Let's say I'm tweeting Spencer.
Right.
But somebody don't, then just don't say nothing, but it makes it a little awkward when they're like, oh, Spencer's an asshole, I hate Spencer. No, I'm just like, okay, like, you're just trying to tweet each other, like, it's really nice of you to interrupt and tell me how much you hate him, And then other people will be like, they'll just say something and be like, joining in with us and just, like, cracking up with us about something,
Right.
That's what I like about Twitter, it's interactive, you know what I mean? Like, and then, like, I don't know, I just hate sometimes whenever people are, like, mad, like, let's say me and Spencer get in a little argument and we're mad and people find out about it on Twitter, people go bananas sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Spencer might be over it, and I'm clearly just only using him as an example because he's so neutral, you know what I mean? But, it's like, they go bananas, but, I mean, me and Spencer might be over it in an hour and a half. So, I mean, people go ballistic saying all these horrible, terrible, like, unspeakable things that I would never even say to my worst enemy.
Right.
And we're over it, like, so people go overboard about all this stuff that's, like, not even a big deal. I mean, most people are so respectful, but I mean, you've seen those accounts. They're fake. They just make up to say people. It's just like, wow, like, who does that? Like, who has time to make 50, 60 fake accounts and just constantly harass?
Hey,
like,
look, I've been doing this for quite a few years, and I can tell you there are certain people that have at least 100 different accounts.
Oh my God, how do they keep up with them? I forget my own password half the time.
I know, and it makes you wonder what kind of life does somebody live that has to sit there with that many fake accounts.
Yeah, I mean, that's outrageous. I mean, I really feel bad that people have that kind of hate in their heart, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, like, if people offended you on the show, which I'm sure everybody was offended about something, like, is it fair to, like, fight their hate back with being more hateful than what they were and, like, wish death on them? And, like,
right.
I don't know, it's just so discouraging whenever you see people like but, like, everybody on there is so positive and stuff, and, like, they're, like, encouraging you, you know what I mean? Like, I just said, like, the least little thing about being sick the other day, and, like, people checked on me and stuff, like, you feeling better? Hope you're feeling better.
Right.
Like, people are so nice, like,
right.
That one bad seed, like, ruin, like, being on Twitter. You just gotta block or report people like that, and then just move on. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know. I never expected that, I guess. Like, people caring who I'm friends with, who I'm not friends with. And, I mean, I'm friends with, like, the majority of the people from my show, you know what I mean, and other seasons. And I don't care if other people like them or don't, because I'm the so as before I went in the game, and I'll talk to whoever I want to talk to, and I'll be friends with whoever I want to be friends with. And if I get mad at somebody, I'll get over it and an hour. You know what I
Right.
mean? I always
See,
get over it when I get mad at
a lot of the fans don't see it that way. You know, a lot of the fans are so invested into their favorite players that they can't imagine that Judd would be friends with Spencer, or Judd would be friends with Gina Marie, or he could be friends with Aaron. They haven't lived it. They haven't been through it. They don't understand how you could do that, but you can because you have done it.
Yeah. I mean, I still keep in contact with everybody except one person, you know, and that's David. And I don't even not like David. It's just that I don't know him that well, you know. Like, I don't think he gets on Twitter that much and stuff. You know, like if I was around him, I would hang out with him. I'd love to, you know. But you know, other than him, like I talk to everybody once in a while, you know, like a text or something like that. Like,
Right.
People are really supportive, and they usually understand that, you know, we talk to each other outside of Twitter. But I think some people think that that's the only time we talk is on Twitter to each other.
Exactly.
Like, we don't talk to Twitter. You know,
Because that's all.
We talk on the phone.
Because that's all they see, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like, I don't know. I talk to everybody from the show every now and then, except Dave, but not because I don't want to talk to him. It's just that, you know, I mean, I've talked to him since the show, but not that much. You know, we just hadn't really got a chance to know each other. He was there 13 days. He was kind of there the whole time. You know, so it's just like, whatever.
Right.
13 days. Like, I don't even know how long he was in there. Crap, but he wasn't in there that long. And, but I don't have anything against him. I like the guy. I mean, I liked him in the house. I thought he was a little odd, a little different, a little out there, a little... He reminded me of the guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. What is it?
Like Sean Penn.
Yeah.
You know, they filmed that in Memphis.
I was like, this dude straight up came on his surfboard. And it was a surfer. Like, of course you are, bro. Like, Calabunga. Like he was cool. Like, I liked it. That's one I like about Big Brother, getting to meet so many different kinds of people. You know, like, where else would I met a Dave or Andy? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, heck yeah.
I mean, I'm the type of person I like to get to know different kinds of people, but I mean, like, I'm also from a really small town. I hang out with the same people every week, you know, like, I have a really good group of friends, you know, like, so, I don't know, like, I hang out with my crew and my people, but, you know, I really like, that was probably one of my favorite things about the whole experience, and then I get to go and, like, visit people afterwards, or have them come visit me and see where I'm from. I go see where they're from, and it's like really cool, you know. Make friends with a lot of the Big Brother Canada people, you know. I just got back from Vancouver, hung out with Ian and Danielle from last season, and then Alec and Tala, Suzette and Danielle and Peter from Big Brother Canada. We had a blast, you know. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things about it. It's just like you get to meet people from all different aspects, of, you know, different places.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, you're meeting in your little circle. You're meeting all these people that got tossed into the same situation you got tossed into.
Exactly, and so we have so much in common. I mean, if we could be the most different people ever, but we have that in common.
Exactly.
And that puts us in like a bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, I talk to people from other reality shows besides Big Brother, like Russell from Survivor, you know. You know, a couple of different people from Survivor, Jim from Expedition Impossible, Jay from The Real World, you know, Jess from Real World. Like, there's so many different people from this reality TV, and they're all really good people. It's just cool to get to meet different kinds of people. And then you throw Twitter in there, Instagram, you know, like, I had one before, but I had, like, 280 followers or something, you know, and, like, I talked to, like, people that I knew from around here, just, like, you know what I'm saying, but now, like, I got all these people that might live in, like, Nova Scotia, Canada, and like freaking Idaho, Iowa, like Delaware. I'm just like, when would I talk to these people? It's so cool. Like, I love it. Like, it just throws a whole new like wrench in there, and like, I don't know. It's just a really cool experience even after the show, you know. And like, I feel like whenever we're in the house, like, you're around people so much, you feel like you know them, and then you forget that they're that much different than you. And then, like, you go visit them outside of the house, or they come see you, and then you realize how different you actually are.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's fun, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's play a little bit of word association. I'm gonna give you a name, and I don't want a big, long, drawn out answer or explanation. I just want like a 1 or 2 word reply from you about what you think about the name I just gave you.
Okay.
All right, you ready for that? All right, how about Frank Udy?
Beast.
Beast. All right, how about Mike Boogie?
I need to talk to him. He hates me for my preseason interviews, but I don't know. I talked a lot of shit on my preseason interviews. Sorry, y'all. I guess misunderstood for him.
Misunderstood. All right. How about Ian Terry? Animal. How about Dr. Will Kirby? Yeah?
Better than everyone else.
Oh, you think he's the best?
No, I mean, he thinks he is.
Oh, okay. All right, how about Cara Monaco? Hot. Yeah, I agree with that. How about Gina Marie? Wild. How about Spencer? Funny. How about Candace? Caring. Amanda?
As seen on TV.
That's a good one. How about McRae?
Minnesota Nice.
All right. Caitlin?
Sweetheart.
How about Alyssa?
Friendly. She's friendly.
All right. How about Rachel?
Fun.
All right. How about Aaron? That's
hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. How about Jesse? You could just say hot.
I already said different stuff though. Like, I'm trying to mix it up a little.
All right.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you're right about that. How about Helen?
Genius.
You're pretty spot on about that. How about the winner, Andy?
Andy, the rat? No, I'm not going to say rat.
Everybody says the rat.
Come on, I got to think of something else for him. Come on, y'all. The F you, Andy stuff. No, Andy. He's hilarious, but I've said that about 2 people already. So I'm going to say good. As far as the game goes, he's good.
He's good. All right. How about Judd? Yeah, you. One word that describes Judd.
The veteran!
Let me ask you something. How do you think you would have done had you not gotten on Big Brother and you ended up on Survivor and you were on the season where you had to take a loved one with you?
That's a hard one. Like, I always watched Survivor, think it'd be the funnest game ever to play, but I'm sure it's like Big Brother, completely different once you play it than watching it on TV.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's a lot easier to me than I think it actually would be. I think I would,
Think you could make the merge?
yeah, outlast my loved one. It really depends on who my loved one was, but I think I would outlast my loved one. I think I would definitely make it to a jury. I think that I would probably do about the same as Big Brother had I not got voted out the first time. I think I would have probably, ended up 4th, 5th, something like that.
All right. That sounds good. All right.
Bro,
Well, I think
immunity.
all right. I think that's about all I got tonight. Do you have anything else you want to add before we end this?
Yeah.
Throw your links out there. I know you promote some stuff on eBay and St. Jude and everything. Make sure you get it out there.
Yeah, I have a couple of items on eBay right now. My username is Judd Nation. I have a couple of things I'm just selling that, personal items. I also have a gift bag that was given to me by Corn, which stands for Crazy Old Redneck. They have a website called crazyoldredneck.com. That's OLE for O. And they donated a gift bag that has a hat, a bumper sticker, a koozie for your drink, and a t-shirt. It's a large t-shirt, and 100% of whatever I make on eBay for that item is going to go to St. Jude's. So, put your bids on that. It goes to a good cause. If it makes people feel better, I'll show them the check before I send it to St. Jude's. I'll take a picture of it, whatever, I want people to know that anytime I put something on eBay that's for a charity, I'll let you know that it's clearly for a charity.
Good.
And it says it. The other 2 items I have on there are not for charity. Only that one. It's crazyoldredneck.com. It's a cool gift bag. I have it in front of me right now. It's really cool. So whoever gets that, you'll be helping out St. Jude's, and you'll also get a really cool bag. And also, right now, I've been posting the links on my Twitter. If you follow me at Judd Nation, I've been going to Reality Rally, and we're actually raising money right now for Missyae's Place. And Missyae's Place is a breast cancer resource center. And so we're trying to raise $400 each, but, I hope that we can each exceed that. So even if you don't like me and don't want to donate, under my name, there's like a whole list of people. You just need to go to realityrally.com. There's a list of people from several different shows. It'll tell you their name and what show. Just click on the Reality Star, and it'll have a link for their donate. So you can donate under their name, and I'm sure you could donate without even putting it under a Reality Star's link. So check that out. It all goes to Missyae's Place, Breast Center Resource. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Breast cancer. Ain't spit anything out tonight. My throat's getting out on it. But also, I have Instagram. It's at Judd Nation BB15. Throw some pictures on there and stuff. But and most of all, check out JuddNation.com. You know, I keep you up to date on events and stuff. Like, trying to get a little bit more active with that right now and stuff. So stay tuned on that, you know, and then hopefully some good things are going to be happening in the next few weeks. I'm figuring some stuff out right now, so keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, JuddNation.com, and, you know, hopefully I'll be on your Facebook page too. I'm not really active on Facebook. I'm sorry about that. Like, I'm going to get a little more active, but, you know, Twitter is where you can, if you want to talk to me on Twitter.
All right, fans, there you have it. Judd has told you how to stay in touch with him on Twitter. He might get involved a little bit more on Facebook if you push him a little bit. And the charities he's working with, make sure you write them down, you get them right. And
I've been putting links on my Twitter about St. Jude's too. It's just different cool ways to get involved in Help St. Jude, and also for your like New Year's resolution, if you have any kind of fitness goals, like you can actually put those in order and help St. Jude at the same time. So check those links out. I post them every day, so you can't miss them.
Right. All right. That's, you know, as far as he goes and as far as I go, that's a big one. St. Jude's, get involved and get behind it. It like we talked about earlier tonight. You know, if you got $1, $1, you know,
yeah,
you don't know how much that can help. You know, everybody throws in $1. You have no idea how much that can help a family get through a tough time with a child.
Absolutely.
So, all right, there you have it. You've got Judd has told you all about Big Brother. We've told you about the charities. We've told you how to keep up with him. And it has been a wonderful, I think, about 3 hours with Judd. And I think that has broken a record for the longest podcast that I've had.
As long as one I've done, it don't seem that long. Damn.
I know. I mean, we were just chatting. I mean, if they knew how much we talked about while we weren't recording, we'd be up to 4 hours.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's been a fun interview. I hope to come on with you again sometime.
Oh, we're going to do it. But, you know, if for some reason you are not involved with next summer, you and I will come on once the cast has been announced and the twist has been announced, and we'll talk about what's going to happen like Ian and I did last summer.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm wanting to do on JuddNation.com too, is, you know, for Big Brother Canada 2 and Big Brother 16, I'm definitely wanting to have like a video blog. I'm not going to do a podcast, Mom, but I'll definitely come on yours sometime. But I'm going to do like a little short video blog, just my thoughts and stuff. Like, nothing
Sounds
big,
good.
it'll just be kind of fun.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, there you have it, fans. You have had 3 hours of the J-U double D with Missyae tonight.
That's right. Love y'all.
All right. See you on the flip side, folks.